So rumor has it, you want to quit your job and drink beer with your sheep. So there's a few things you should consider before you go ahead and quit your job, start living the carefree life of agriculture. For instance, did I just have this idea in the last 2 weeks? Making impulse decisions in the middle of a global pandemic is never a good idea. You got to consider, what is it you're looking actually to achieve by trying to leave your job? Are you in pursuit of happiness, or are you in pursuit of purpose? Now, if you're looking to leave your job in pursuit of happiness, you might find that the lack of a plan or lack of resources can put you actually further behind, and so you're not going to be any happier at all. Whereas if you're seeking something meaningful, quite often you see people are held back by fear of risk. And so in our lives, we have a number of different things where we have a lot at stake, right? We have families, we have mortgages, we have various different life commitments. Here we are, we've got the farm, and we've been here for 3 years now. And those last 3 years have probably been the most adventure-filled roller coaster ride of my entire life. As with any small business, you should give consideration to what are your limitations. Are you revenue limited, or are you time limited? So if you're revenue limited, it's generally not advisable to try and give up everything and invest more time into whatever your venture is, simply because it may not be a sustainable venture, right? If you don't have cash flow, it'd be very difficult to stay afloat just by throwing time at an issue. Whereas if you're time limited, you've got good cash flow on the farm or whatever your venture is, but you just don't have enough time necessarily to dedicate to something to see it through into fruition. Now, maybe you're miserable in your current job and you're looking for a way out, but you're scared of the risk, right? I got a lot at stake. If I pull the trigger on this thing, what's it going to mean for my family? What's it going to mean to the, am I going to be able to make my mortgage payments, my car payments? Am I going to be able to feed my kids? But if you don't take a risk, 5-10 years from now, you're still stuck in the same dead-end job. Your life really, you're not finding it to be meaningful, struggling to find purpose. You're still going to be miserable. But not only are you going to be miserable, you're going to be 5 or 10 years older, and you're going to find it that much harder to actually be able to execute a plan, because you're just at a different place in your life. And time, believe it or not, is finite. So while cash flow and expenditures they're absolutely critical in any small business, give serious consideration to time. Because quitting your job doesn't necessarily mean you suddenly have more time. If you're serious about any kind of business venture, you've got to be able to dedicate a significant amount of time to it. We've been at the farm here for 3 years, and Carmen and I, we both work full-time jobs, and we still have to manage the farm, and we're at a point now where we're starting to see revenue come off the farm, but we don't really collect any salaries or anything like that from it. So we're certainly not at a place where we can just leave our jobs and live, any kind of carefree lifestyle. So do some serious math, figure out what your time is worth, figure out what you need to live, what you need, to make your base payments, how much time you can dedicate in a day. If you want to go full time on the farm, you could be looking at, 16 to 18 hour days every single day. It's not like your 10 or 12 hour work day. This is 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You're out there, whether you're calving or lambing, or, it's harvest time, and you could be out there till, midnight or better, just trying to get a crop off before it rains. And for us, it's worked really well just to have a kind of a point of balance, right? Where we still have good jobs. We put in the hours there, and, make enough money to have a high quality life. But we also have good work-life balance where, if we want, we can go out, have a beer with the sheep, and things are good. So I hope you find happiness, and I hope you find something meaningful. And if that means quitting your job to drink beer with your sheep, good for you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please click subscribe down below, and we'll see you next time.